on myself. Okay, dream so big that they think I'm crazy. Let out the beast, no, they can't tame me. Don't play with me, better mind your business. I cannot stop now, I ain't finished. I'ma keep on going till I got.
Always first at the finish line. First to the plate when it's dinner time. First to escape when this shit goes down and these motherfucking clouds for the finish line. Flow too real, hit 'em with a rhythm rhyme. Tim's on cause it's cold in the wintertime. I'm a boss, yeah, you know that I'm finna shine. Got the money in the bank like it's intertwined. First at the finish line. First to the plate when it's dinner time. First to escape when this shit goes down and these motherfucking clowns finna finish mine. Flow too real, hit 'em with a rhythm rhyme. Tim's on cause it's cold in the wintertime. I'm a boss, yeah, you know that I'm finna shine. Got the money in the bank like it's intertwined.
What's good, guys? So you guys just saw my bench session. So we got the new workout program from the coach, who, big reveal, is Big Laws. Someone actually guessed it on the comment section of Meet video, and I'm really excited to be working with him. It was a very easy choice to go with him. He was kind of someone who I was considering for Chaos Classic, but ended up just kind of doing my own thing for that. I had a few other people on my list that I was thinking about, but I've just been a fan of watching his YouTube channel. He's very informative. Coaches Mitch Hooper and a few other big name strongman. He has tons of experience in the sport. Yeah, I'm excited to be working with him. It seems like just how long he's been in the sport, he just knows these like kind of little tricks and tips to maximize performance and get the most out of your strength, which is the biggest thing that I feel like I needed. I feel like I have the base level strength to do well in this sport. It's just knowing these like little things. For instance, at Chaos last year, the tiebreaker that we had to do was a sandbag hold, and the guy I was going against, Nick O'Hare, another guy who's been in the sport for a very long time, very strong, very experienced. He basically set the sandbag up on his stomach, was like leaned back. After I dropped the weight, he literally took his hands off the sandbag, and it was just sitting on his stomach. So he could have stood there all day, whereas I was genuinely holding it in my hands and set myself up to fail from the very beginning. And I want to have someone in my corner that can guide me along on what to do to avoid those mistakes. And that's why I want Big Laws, and I'm excited to be working with him. So we just got the training program. It's 4 days. The basic split is Monday is going to be legs. Tuesday I have some incline log press, which you'll see this workout in a little bit after this wrap up here. We'll talk about how that session went, and along with sandbag throws and behind the back barbell holds. Wednesday is going to be axle bar deadlift, sled drags, and sled drags, and then my fourth day is a lot more of the events. The one thing with the program is that it doesn't have a bench, and that is something that I really want to hammer to make sure I don't lose my bench like I did at the Chaos, because that was very frustrating. I finally feel like I'm getting back to where I was, and I don't want to take that step back again. So I've gone ahead and added 3 bench sessions onto the week. The way I'm going to set those up is similar to how I do pretty much any other off-season volume day. Is I usually start with sets of 8, sets of 6, and sets of 4, doing 4 sets on each of those, slowly increasing the weight week to week. That's kind of the general plan. Increase the weight until I feel like I can't get all 4 sets of 8, and then I'll go down to 7s and still continue to increase the weight. That's kind of how I set up my off-season training programs. It's how I've done it pretty much for the last few years, and it's worked pretty well. The way I'm setting those up, I'm gonna try and put those sessions, and then by session, I mean I'm literally just hitting the bench. What you guys just saw, I basically came in early in the morning on Tuesday and warmed up pretty quickly, did 4 sets of 8, and then that was it. The 4 sets of 8 at 319 pounds, 320 or 325, I believe it was. That was all I did. So I'm trying to put that bench session as far away from my strongman workout that Big Laws programmed for me, so as to limit as much interference between those two as I can. Hopefully that is enough to prep properly for OSG as well as maintain my bench. I don't need to gain strength on my bench. I just want to maintain it, or at least like close to it enough, and keep kind of the form well enough intact that it's not going to feel foreign to me like it did after Chaos, where I tried to get back in a bench. I basically kind of got away from it the last 4 weeks or so going into the competition. When I came back, it felt like I had never benched in my life. That's almost how it felt, and I want to avoid that. So we're going to try and keep as much bench volume and frequency as I can, not go super hard on these sets. Everything works out. So you're going to see the second part of Tuesday's workout. So Tuesday, it's going to be 2-a-days. The way I'm doing the other sessions are going to be Thursday would be an off day on Big Laz's program. I'm just going to be doing the second bench session, where that one's going to probably be my 4s day because I don't have anything else on that day. And so I feel like I can handle pushing it a little bit heavier on that day with lower reps. I'm undecided right now if I want to do the 3rd day on that event day, either try and come in like early and then do the events later, or just try and do it all at once. I'm kind of seeing how that goes. And then the third option is doing the events day on Saturday and then coming in Sunday real quick to do the bench session. We'll see how that one goes. I'm also kind of trying to decide what I want to do for Saturday sessions regardless, because the one event that I'm pretty sure they're going to have, or at least like a variation of, is going to be stones at OSG, and that's the one piece of equipment that I don't have available to me at Madtown. We have the molds to make them, but honestly, I don't really want to mess with concrete right now. And because I used to mix concrete for a summer job and I hated it, and I don't want to do that again. So there's a few gyms in the area that have it, and I'm debating if I want to like do all my events in Madtown, like the environment that I enjoy training with. My friends are here, and then just going to one of the other gyms for stone, doing all the events at the other gyms if they have the availability for them, or I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of undecided. I'm going to probably, at least this Saturday, plan to do most of my events at Madtown and then drive to one of the other gyms, see how much I enjoy or hate that, and adjust from there. So we're going to hit the second workout of the program, which is going to be incline log and a few other events, and we'll talk about it afterwards. So here is my Tuesday strongman workout.
Yep.
right, so we hit our second workout. It's been a while since I've done a two-a-day style workout. Did not really felt a little bit of the bench session from earlier, but definitely not nearly as much as I would if I had benched and then gone right into incline log press. Happy with that decision. I think I'm gonna stick to that kind of style of training. We hit the incline log press, which was an interesting movement. Before we talk about it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave any questions you have for me in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to check out Proven Strength app. If you guys need help with your train, 3, 4, 5 day programs range from beginner, intermediate, advanced, powerlifting, power building, bodybuilding style train, all for a low price of $29.99 per month. Much cheaper programming than if you have a coach. You also get added to our private Discord where you ask questions, get form checks, and talk about train. So check that out. Link for that, description below. And if you guys are using it, don't forget to tag myself and Proven Strength on Instagram. All right, so as I said, we hit incline log press. This is a movement I have never done before, had no clue what it was gonna be like. Tried to set up on a different bench, on a actual like incline bench with safeties. Quickly found out that the safeties, just the way they were constructed, it was either I'd have to set them up high enough to get into the bench, but then I'd be doing like a mid kind of pin press, or I would have to set it low enough and I just could not get it. After talking to Laz, I figured out a way I'm going to basically do it from the future is basically like have the log staying on the floor, roll it up to my knees, sit down on the bench, and then try and like load it onto my chest, kind of as you would like an incline dumbbell press or something like that. So I'm gonna try that next week, but this week we put the weight on the safety straps in the cage. Yeah, that was interesting. It was weird because it was hard to kind of find where like to put my hands for balance. I had to kind of like rest it on the straps in between reps, adjust my grip. Yeah, warm-ups were interesting because like 1 plate felt super easy, 2 felt like kind of hard, but I was like, maybe I could get 3 plates. I didn't realize how heavy it was because in my mind, I was thinking like, oh, like 2 plates, like 225, maybe I could get to 3 plates. Not really taking into account how heavy the log was compared to a bar. Did the 2 plates. I was like, all right, I'll throw a 25 on. That was so much harder than I thought it was gonna be, but we managed the 3 reps. It was a 3x3, decided to stick with that weight. Actually kind of failed the rep and then had to like readjust and was able to get the other 3 reps on that one. That's a pretty good starting point with the 340 pounds. I didn't know where it was gonna be at. Yeah, good place to start, and hopefully loading onto the like knees and then rolling it up will make it a little bit easier or a little bit harder but less awkward, I guess. So we'll see how that goes next week. We dropped down to a plate and a 25. I can't think of how much that is off the top of my head, but did a set of higher reps just to kind of drop down. We moved on to some just upper body accessories after that. It's pretty standard like bodybuilding style accessories. The big difference between how I normally train and how Laz is programming for me, I think the biggest thing is the rest periods, because he actually programs rest periods in, which are usually ranging from like, my compound movements are like 3 to 4 minutes, and then accessories are either 1 to 2 minutes, or there's a couple kind of heavier compound movement or heavier accessory movements that are like 2 to 3 minutes. But the most of them are 1 to 2 minutes, and that is just a pace I am not used to, and it definitely tuckered me out a little bit. Yeah, I was pretty winded by the end of the workout, and I'm excited to kind of do the style train because it is a lot harder for me. I haven't timed my rest periods and I don't know how long. When I do powerlifting, it's usually I'll do a set, I'll kind of chat with friends, and then when I start to feel good again, I'll go. Yeah, it's a different monster, and I'm kind of been employing that into my bench sessions as well. With the 4 sets of 8, I was doing about 3 to 4 minutes rest. Really helps to get through the workout quicker, and I think it's gonna just take a couple weeks to kind of really adapt to it before I feel comfortable with it. Overall, I'm happy with how it is feeling so far, and it's definitely something I need to do to build my like cardio and work capacity. So we hit the bodybuilding style accessories, the upper body work, and then we finish off with sandbag throws. I believe the sandbags. So they did it, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. The weights for the 90 kilo class were 6 sandbags. They were 35 pounds, 35 pounds, 40 pounds, 40 pounds, 45 pounds, and 50 pounds to a 15-foot height that you had to throw them at. We're doing sandbags 2 times a week, and this was the first session. So this is lighter day where I start with 30 pounds, 6 throws. If I get all 6, then I get to move up 5 pounds. I think I missed 1, but I'm still probably gonna bump it up 5 pounds regardless, because I just felt like it wasn't that bad of a miss. It was just kind of an angle error, not so much like a strength error. Saturday, I'll have my second sandbag session, and that one is going to be comp weight. So do a run with all of the weights. Kind of nervous for that 50 pounder. That felt pretty heavy. So we'll see how that goes on Saturday. But overall, it ended up being a fun session. Really excited for this new challenge. Things are going well so far. I definitely think this program is going to set me up for some very good success. Yeah, I'm excited for the journey. So we're gonna keep pumping out videos, try for once a week, kind of vary the days so you can kind of see what each day looks like. Yeah, we're saying about 8 weeks out and looking to win that title. So we're gonna wrap it up there. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave any questions you have for me. Check out Proven Strength app, and we'll catch you in the next video.
We get that fresh glaze on the D-roll.